Welcome to the Taurus video. We were talking about the zodiac sign of Taurus. Taurus is the second zodiac sign of the zodiac family. Taurus is the sign of the bull, which might have something to do with their bullheadedness. We'll get into that perhaps in another video. Anyway, now we're going to talk about Taurus. So Taurus, if you were born between the dates of April 21st to May 21st, you are a Taurus. So let's talk a little bit about Taurus. This is just going to be overall energy, all about Taurus. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to say, Taurus is a very materialistic sign. They're all about their possessions. They're all about everything that means things to them. It could be something simple as my vape here, which I'll take a little puff of while it's here. This is my possession. For a Taurus, this might be a possession, you know, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Taurus is actually a very, very beautiful sign. Taurus loves to wine and dine. If you're talking about eating a very luxurious, expensive, exclusive meal on a moonlit terrace, sipping on the finest wine, Taurus. Oh yeah, Taurus is all into that. Yeah, Taurus loves that. Um, yeah, Taurus is the sign of the bull. And Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus, as is also an Earth sign. Virgo is also ruled by the planet Venus. Um, but I think Taurus being really the first Earth zodiac sign of the entire zodiac family, I think Taurus got the best traits of the other Earth signs, which are Capricorn and Virgo. I think Taurus got some of the better zodiac signs, but they also got, there's also some room for improvement, and we'll get into that in another video. Yeah. Yeah. You know we'll get there. You know we'll get there. But this is just a brief overall energy of Taurus. Taurus loves the finer things in life. Okay, so instead of going to Walmart, for example, instead of going to Walmart and purchasing clothing at a more discounted price, a Virgo, for example, a Virgo will opt to go to another retail outlet where they can get some finer quality materials. They can get a Taurus will go for something more name brand, something more expensive. Taurus doesn't mind spending a few dollars here and there if they find that they can purchase something that will, sort of um, solidate their stature, you know. Taurus is a very sensual sign. They're very sensual. They're very passionate. They're very romantic. Um, Chances are, if you are the partner of a Taurus, chances are you're going to get spoiled. You're going to get spoiled left, right, and center. A Taurus will spoil you. Um, However, they will let you know that, they have their expectations and they have their limits and they have their boundaries, and there are certain boundaries that are not to be crossed if you are a Taurus. And Taurus, they, like I've said, they're a sign of beauty. So Taurus is all about beauty. Okay, so Taurus tends now. This this is either male or female. It doesn't really matter. Taurus is a zodiac sign who will keep themselves very well put together. A female Taurus tends to have her hair done and her makeup and her lipstick and her blush and her eyeshadow, right? A Taurus female will often change her hairstyle, you know. A Taurus male will also keep himself very well put together for the most part. A Taurus male will always have his hair combed. He'll have his hair combed and he'll have himself well groomed and he'll be clean shaven, maybe with a goatee and with a lineup or whatever. But a male Taurus will also be also very attractive, and a female Taurus will be very attractive. And Taurus tend to have their voice. It's in their voice. It's almost like you can pick them out. They have like this very soft voice, and they tend to be also good singers. Yeah. Male Taurus or male Taurians tend to have a very soft-spoken voice. Female Taurus tend to have a very soft, beautiful, angelic voice. Um, so that's another thing about Taurus. Now, being the sign of the bull, the sign of the bull. I mean, I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think that's accidental. Taurus can be extremely bullheaded. Everything about them is very bull-like. For the most part, a Taurus is not an aggressive person. A Taurus is not a Taurus is not um, what's the word? Confrontational. A Taurus is not a confrontational person. They're not aggressive. They're not confrontational by nature. They're not. I mean, obviously, if you push them to their limits, they're going to be just like anybody else would be. But with a Taurus, there's a little bit of a difference. If you push a Taurus, really, if you push a Taurus to their to the brink of no return, then I feel really bad for you because a Taurus, when they lose their shit, like they lose it. They really lose it. Okay? So you don't want to mess with a Taurus. You don't like if a Taurus says no, they mean no. Okay? And the thing is with Taurus being a fixed sign and their ruler is the planet Venus. So naturally, I mean, you peel away the layers of the planet Venus, and you just get this more and more in-depth sort of basket case of a person. So you don't want to sort of get on the bad side. You really don't want to get on the bad side of Taurus. Having said that, they're also very gentle. Like, yeah, they're very gentle. Yeah. Taurus as parents, they have absolutely amazing potential to be really good parents, but they also have some shortcomings, which we'll get into in another video. This video is part one of three. So this is just like an introduction to Taurus and overall Taurus energy. Taurus is overall is a very peaceful sign, and they really, like I said, they just love the finer things in life. And yeah, so that's gonna be this video for introduction to Taurus. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you're a Taurus, hopefully you resonate with this video. Like I said, there's going to be some other elements and some things a little bit more in depth about Taurus that we will get to in part two. And in part two of my Taurus zodiac videos, I'm going to be talking about things that I like about Taurus. And in part three is going to be the finale, which is going to be the roast of Taurus, where I talk about how particular and high maintenance they can be. Yeah, how nobody's just quite good enough for them and how nobody lives up to their expectations. So that's going to be in part 3. This is part 1. This is just a really brief introduction to Taurus. So overall, it's a beautiful sign with a hot temper. If you push them to their limits, they're not an aggressive sign. Taurus is not an aggressive sign at all. Taurus wouldn't hurt a fly. Um, yeah, so if you want to know a little bit more about Taurus and you want to get a little bit more in depth about Taurus with me, then stick around for part 2. And that's going to be about things that I really, really love about Taurus. Take care.